but not anymore. This is our grand final of Rus Brain Cup number 6, qualifier number 6. Who will qualify as the 6th player? And it will join, let's see if I remember all of these. Sonic, Foggy, Lucifer, Blade, and who was the orc? Focus! And Focus. Those are the 5 already qualified players, and now we figure out who the 6th is gonna be. Which human will it be? Chaemiko or HawK? HawK coming back in the last game just a few minutes ago against Orc Worker, where he was really against the ropes. Strong comeback by the Russian, and well, maybe Orc Worker gifting that win a little bit to his opponent. So Archmages first, obviously. Is this gonna be Breaker Wars? Are we gonna have some deviation? Are we gonna have some tier 3? I certainly hope so, and I'm pretty sure that you guys hope so as well. So it has to be Mercamp first. That's pretty much always what you go for in the Human Mirror. On LR, some players play creep green camp first into Mercamp. But especially here, this is so easy to take. They do apply a little bit of frost armor onto themselves, the creeps here, but there's very little damage in this camp. Should be super easily acquired. And a big consumable. Consumable level 3. Which means greater mana, etc. And a greater mana with a level 3 Archmage could be pretty sick. Or later on with a second hero, of course. And the second hero, that is the talk of the town at the moment with the new patch. Because Alchemist has made his presence known and is looking pretty damn good in the Breaker Wars. Especially in Asia. So Chaemiko should be very familiar with this style. What about HawK? He seems to have his own European style, like he showed against Orc Worker, always going like never really going tower push. Going MK or Blood Mage on one base. So greater healing for HawK, greater mana for Chaemiko. And of course Mercs for both. And Chaemiko is quite a bit faster here with his creep route. Or, well, rather, he... Oh yeah, actually he did get this level 1 item as well. But HawK is going for the natural Enforcer. Not that easy to take out, but not that hard either. Oh, I love the Footy Scout. Kill the Assassins first, though. The poison damage is noticeable from these guys. And the Enforcer. Book of the Dead here is a game-changing item. It always is, early on. And it's a possible drop here. Wand of the Wind. Also, a game-changing item can be. In the Human Mirror, is it? I don't know. And he's actually expanding here? But again, the Footy Scout, so nice for Chaemiko. So, if HawK expands, his opponent will know. And both are expanding! Ooh, that's very nice. That is very cool.
Players' forces are under attack.
Or are they? HawK is pretty low on resources right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, when we see double expansions, oftentimes the game will slow down a little, will become more creep intensive, and we will go into tier 3. Or, of course, it could just be great amounts of breakers. Nice block here, but so little damage in HawK's army when it can't quite reach, so Footy gets away. Expansion timing is so close to one another. Almost exactly the same. So who's going to be able to tech faster? Of course, as long as the construction here is happening, there's no tech to hope for. But after. Chaemiko here venturing out for creeping a little bit more. HawK still very close to his main. Very close, level 4 as well. Claws +9. Very nice. For the Archmage, he is putting out very noticeable right-click damage now. 100 lumber over here. Only 50 for HawK, going for a lumber mill though. I like that. He's gonna need quite a bit of lumber as the game moves on.
A player's forces are under attack.
So the Dark Wizard here also drops a consumable. Could be greater mana and so on once again. And it's level 4 actually. Up here, Ring of Protection. If he wants to go Alchemist, it's nice. Other than that though, it's pretty crap. Greater mana again. Holy shit! So he will... Oh, he popped the greater mana already! I really don't like that. Not at all.
A player's forces are under attack.
He should have dropped the slippers. Greater mana? If it is Alchemist versus Alchemist later, greater mana is so sick. But okay. HawK gets the Shredder as well. Lumber issues will be a thing of the past very soon. And he's gonna be the first one under pressure here, it seems. Zoe Mask, he's gonna have so much mana regen now, but can he contest with a greater mana? I'm not so sure about that one. Shop is definitely gonna get cancelled. There's a lot of damage from all these water elementals. One is gonna expire. So, quick look at the tech. Just started here, started a little bit sooner over here. He forced the TP, but HawK should have ample amounts of gold to spend. Shop is coming up again. So, level 5, Archmages, what's it looking like? HawK, with that additional creep camp, quite a bit closer to his level 5. And the big question, of course, are we gonna see breakers or not? So HawK towering seems to me like he is gonna go tier 3. Wants to have some defense up, so he can't get pressured into submission, and then go tier 3. That's what I would expect. Shredder indicating macro as well for Chaemiko. He found belt. Could be nice for a second hero. And here comes the Zeppelin. Second Zeppelin is going to be available in just a second here, actually. So he can use that for scouting. Not get harassed. Is this why he's going towers, actually? To deal with the Zeppelin harass? I love that he puts the Shredder over here, realizing that there's going to be a drop. He really doesn't want to lose the Shredder, of course. Very, very smart anticipation by HawK. The towers were a little bit too late, though. And here we go. Water Elemental Wars on both sides. Healing Ward in the back, very nice, but is going to get taken out quickly. The two Arcanes are still up. Does he really want to commit the second greater mana just for this harass? I think that would be a massive waste. And it seems that he will not. Both Archmages getting closer to 5. 240's harassing over here. Lots of towers. Starting to become a big investment here. Shredder is going to be able to deal with these. With ease. Did you see my dad joke there? That's pretty annoying. The footies can't get reached over here by the Shredder because of the base layout. But HawK is defending well. He is getting upgrades. And here is the drop once again. Chaemiko is almost level 5 here. He should find it in a second. Oh, Archmage. Blocked in. Does he want to risk it? If he loses this thing above the trees, that could lose him the game right away! I can't believe these people keep doing this, man. Imagine there was like a scan. It only takes a couple of shots. Whew. And here we go, tier 3. On both sides, that's pretty cool. I like it. Double Griffin Aviary. Anticipating the Knights. So this could be a plethora of units assembled. Knights. And Griffins and Priests. And maybe Gyros against Knights. And maybe tanks against Gyros. I've seen that once, I still remember that game vividly. Because I thought it was so amazing how every single unit it seemed like was getting played. That was a game on Melting Valley. I think actually every single unit may have been played in that game. We had HawKs as well back then. Not sure about sorceresses though. And here we go. Archmage staffing home Blizzard. It's gonna be very effective against the footies, of course. And these water elementals, they don't care about the Blizzard too much. Archmage is... Oh, MK though. He finds the Archmage surround. Wands him up in the air. But is he gonna get out? Oh, such a nice surround by Chaemiko. Chaemiko with these surrounds, he's always so good with these. I think he still would have been able to hold on here with his Blizzard. Even if he hadn't gotten that surround. But that made it a little bit easier. Didn't have to use the greater mana, which otherwise he may have been forced to use. And this is an interesting choice now. HawK going for Pana. And Chaemiko going for MK. And of course you have to go for Paladin third. I really don't think there's a choice there. Unless Alchemist nowadays might be the alternative, but I think Holy Light is just way too good. Especially against an MK. Maybe Chaemiko can go Alchemist third? Not having to face a Mountain King? Oh, the Archmage above the water! Unload! Ooh, that almost ended in disaster. Hindenburg style. But he does get to safety. Fortunately, he was looking. So, which of these second heroes can level up more quickly? At the moment, it seems to be the MK. Map is almost entirely crap, though, to be honest. And HawK is pressing forward. What's he making? Griffins, right? Triple Griffin Aviary Griffins. Holy shit. Gets countered really hard by Dragonhawks, though. Flying machines wouldn't be the best idea against a Panda. A lot of mercs and footies and stuff here. On the side of Chaemiko, but his tier 3. What's his tier 3? What's he going for? So there is the Paladin, no Alchemist. And just casters so far. And the Lumber Mill. In the middle of nowhere.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's because you need it for the knights, right? I always forget. I think you do need it for the knights. Tome of Experience for the Panda. That's level 2. And the Griffins. The damage is just overwhelming at this point. Chaemiko has to run back. Drunken Haste, Breath of Fire. Might find a few more kills here. Ooh. Heal Scroll invested early. And here comes the Blizzard. Is there enough anti-air to deal with these Griffins? 2-0 upgraded already. And if only he had Water Elementals now. Of course they would die pretty quick as well. MK with the clap. With the invul and greater mana already used. And not being able to do anything with it at the moment. So what's he making? Gyros. He is making gyros. So much damage. This is so much damage from these Griffins. 2-1 upgraded. And now he's gonna lay waste to this peasant line here, it seems. Oh, MK could go for the Panda who's out of position. But no. He gets back to safety. Or safety. I shouldn't have said that because he's dropping really low and he's gonna die. Panda falls. Where was the Holy Light? On cooldown, I think, but so does the MK. No Holy Light for him either. This Paladin should have had Holy Light, certainly, but he was chilling there in the back. Holy crap, this damage from the Griffins. This timing with these 3 to 5 Griffins was just way too sick. Way too sick. The answer, way too late. But he's gonna have the gyros. He's gonna have the flag cannons. By that point, though, is he gonna have an expansion? He needs to save this expansion with us. 80 supply against 50. Holy shit. 46 to be precise against 80 supply. This base is fortified. This also is kind of... Oh man. Can he buy enough time for these gyros? At the moment he has 5. That is not enough. He needs a bunch more. A whole bunch more. He needs like 20 gyros, I think. For this amount of Griffins. And then there's the panda, who is dead at the moment, but not for too much longer. So he needs so many gyros. And he lost the first workshop. He's gonna lose the second one. The damage is severe from these 2-1 griffins. And a new base even coming up for HawK in the midst of all of this. HawK backs up a little bit. He's gonna kill these peasants once again. He's waiting to regroup with his panda. Only level 1 breath. Still very effective though against gyros. Chaemiko seems to be in an unwinnable position. Can he make the miracle happen somehow? He has the counter, the right counter, but he doesn't have enough time, it seems. Here we go. Breath of Fire, first one misses. We have Blizzard coming in as well, but it's not enough gyros. He needs 10 more. And he's gonna kill the Expo, TP out, take out a couple of gyros on his way home, and save all of his griffins. And this is a sick army. So much damage. And he's making his own gyros now, it seems. Flag cannons already. Doesn't have the most supply available. Would have loved to see tanks with the barrage upgrade. I have seen that before against flying machines, and it looked pretty okay. Dove Key subbing for the first time. Thank you very much, man, and welcome. So MK is level 3. He does have decent hero kill opportunities, possibilities.
A town is under siege.
Level up somewhere. Paladin to 2, also very good. Scroll of Protection, and here we go. Quite a bit of damage, but Breath of Fire, a lot of damage as well. He's starter stepping these flying machines as best as he can. But this is just too much Griffin stuff, dude. 3-1 upgrades with the Scroll of Protection. They're winning the air battle here. It just wasn't enough flying machines. Not enough time. HawK pressed his advantage, and his advantage is total now as he is winning this game. Oh, wait a minute. All the Griffins are dropping really low. If he loses all of these, this could still be a game. The Blizzard is taking out so many of them. The Panda almost died there. He got the heal off barely in time. He gets to level 3 with another Breath of Fire kill. One more Griffin dies. 2 more Griffins here could die very, very quickly. AM dropping super low himself, though he doesn't have a TP anymore. And of course, no more expansion. But actually, Chaemiko is taking a decent fight here. I can't believe this. He took out so many Griffins. Now the Paladin in trouble. Can he survive somehow? No! He dies! This MK Stormbolt is so strong right now. What's he gonna go for next? He could just go for the Griffins. He's going for the Archmage. Oh my god, does he get this kill? Is the stun long enough? He gets the kill! Only the Pandas left! And he could get run down as well. Stormbolt, he's gathering the mana. This must be the kill, right? They're the same speed. This has to be it. Triple hero kills for Chaemiko. If he gets this, which he must. Archmage is fast enough. Oh my god. 10 Griffins. Not good enough. The crazy thing is though, this game is still not over because there's still no expansion here. This expo is still up and fortified. Unbelievable.
A player's forces are under attack.
I thought this game was so over, but Chaemiko, with the fighting spirit of a lion. Holy shit. 2 heroes bought back from the tavern, both level 3. That is what? More than 1,000 gold. I think it's 590 or something. Archmage from the altar. Expo is dead. Wow, what a game. Expansion's coming up here. The Griffins will cancel this though.
Player's forces are under attack.
Does this net him any big level ups? No. He has mass teleport to respond to this. But no anti-air at the moment. Where is... Oh, he lost his workshop. No, he saved... Dude, if this workshop had fallen, it would be so hard now to reinforce with flying machines. What a crazy ass game, man. So we're gonna have knights and gyros against gyros and... No, knights and gyros, yeah, against gyros and griffins. Panda against MK. Crazy. Crazy game. But still HawK's on 2 bases. But Chaemiko is gonna get his own second base soon. Mains almost dry. On both sides. He needs invulns, of course. Against the MK. Something that Chaemiko doesn't need so badly himself. I don't think. But these are some sick ass upgrades. 3-2. These knights could melt like butter. Gyros have 2-0 themselves. But he needs some more gyros. Once again, it seems like he doesn't have enough gyros. But that fight in the top right, man. Cannot believe he won that. Unbelievable. Inner fire from the priests. HawK has no sanctums at all. In the middle of the map, there's still a little bit of experience to be gained. Circlets, not bad. Boost up those stats. 1 invul only. On the Archmage it is, not on the Panda. There's still something left here. I don't know if the big consumable is still there. Oh, it is! Very nice for HawK. Please move the Archmage away, though. Nice. Oh, flying sheep. Greater healing. Probably the best thing he could have found there. Greater healing or Ankh. Don't want to lose all 3 heroes again. Alright, the expo's coming up again. So here it is. HawK back on 2 bases. Chaemiko still stuck on 1 only. He's gonna have very, very strong gyros though. 3-0 gyros with inner fire. I don't know, can they win this air fight? Comes down to the Breath of Fire, I guess. If the Panda is utilized well enough, that fight should definitely go to HawK. But Chaemiko surprised us in the last fight there. Winning that against all odds. Kato won, resubbing for 10 months. Thank you very much, my man.
A town is under siege.
So Chaemiko scouts this. Does he feel under the gun now? Does he have to attack? He has a lot of gyros this time, though. So, the gyros take out the air, and the heroes do the rest. That's the plan, I guess. Alright, we meet on the bridge. It's gonna be an epic fight, guys. Blizzard to start things off. And of course, there's no Stormbolt to worry about, so the AM, his positioning is not too, you know, it's not gonna get punished too easily. He has mass teleport as well, don't forget. But now, same for HawK. Alright, here we go. He's splitting the gyros! Holy shit, he just took out the gyros in a split second! And now it's time for the griffins! Everything's low, but the breath is still on cooldown. I don't know who's gonna win this. Seems like everything in the air is dying on both sides. Maybe heal scrolls came in from HawK. Level 4 for just 2 heroes, Panda and Paladin. Drunkenade's Breath of Fire, lots of damage, but in the end it is his Griffin to survive, or will they? MK, is it cleanup time again? He's level 5, there's still Blizzard, and there's more and more Stormbolts. Heroes or Griffins? He's going for the Griffins. That's level 7, that's even more mana regen. Only 2 Griffins are left. 45 supply against only 27 for Chaemiko. But his heroes are so sick, they're beyond sick. He's going for the Paladin now. He's dropping extremely low. Is there a Divine Shield? It doesn't look like it. There is! Last second Divine Shield has been nerfed, by the way, but who cares? Breath of Fire coming in again. Panda dropping low. If he gets a Stormbolt, he may die. Preemptive. Holy Light. He has to leave. He can't fight against his MK, or can he? Or can he? One more Stormbolt is there. Divine Shield here is gonna be over in a second. Mass Teleport, he gets out. Nothing to cancel. Over here, one knight was sent to deal with the peasants. Didn't quite deal with them all. And now, he's gonna be dealt with. Barely survives. Paladins. Which one is gonna be out of mana sooner? Which one is gonna run out of healing? This one is out of health himself. And the MK. The MK, he is the king of this super late game. Paladin, hello? Whoo! Last second dodge with the Divine Shield. But that has a long cooldown. Uptime has been reduced. And the Paladin for Chaemiko has more healing. Oh my god. This game is bonkers. Did he reskill? Did he retrain? Tone retraining? Tone retraining on the MK. What? Did he seriously skill into clap? There's no way that's the right decision. Dude, Chaemiko has been fighting an uphill battle for so long. It's incredible that he still has a chance, but I think HawK still has the edge. 72 supply. Chaemiko has been winning fights with less supply in the mirror, like, I don't know, 3 times in a row, but this might finally be too much. I've said this before, though. 3-3 upgrades, by the way. 3-3. But here we go. These heroes are well equipped. Involves everywhere. MK. Ah, it's the bash. I think he re-skilled to Bolt and Bash, I guess. Peasants running down south. HawK's still in a commanding position this game, but he has to work for it. Has to work hard for it. Inner fire again. Flying machines. But he doesn't have enough mana for mass inner fire. Not enough. And here we go. Flying machines, can they do it? Can they do it? He's kiting as best as he can. Water Elemental is such a tough front line to get past, though. He's trying to go for the Panda, but there's definitely gonna be Holy Light. That Breath of Fire killed like all of the air army. Healstone coming in for HawK as well. That's finally it. GG. Chaemiko can't hang on in this game any longer. But what a valiant effort. Oh, I want to check out one thing, and that is, alright, how many more gold coins did he mine? More than a 5,000 gold advantage. And Chaemiko made that so close. Holy shit. So cool how he split his gyros, right? It was like a 180-degree angle that he was coming in from. 3-0 gyros with inner fire, guys. Whew, they have good damage. That was an awesome game. That should have been our last game. Because now, moving on to smaller maps, it's very likely that we're going to go into more breakers. But let's see. One step at a time. The vetoes were Twisted Meadows and Nomad Isles, so 2 big maps removed. We now go on to our smallest map, which is Amazonia. What are we gonna see here? So impressive though, how Chaemiko was able to hold on for so long and make this such a tight game. I was sick, dude. Once I saw the 10 griffins, I thought, alright, this is over. No way he can deal with all of these griffins. But he really could. For a long time, at least. So I think we're ready. Indeed we are. Loading into map number 2. HawK has the lead here in our grand final. That was a very fun and pretty much epic game. Tier 3, double expo, big armies, big clashes. But now we're on a smaller map. A lot less forgiving. A lot easier to be pushed if at a disadvantage. And if you tech to tier 3 and your opponent is massing on tier 2, you are naturally at a disadvantage for a certain amount of time. And that is why we see so many breaker wars. You don't want to give up like any time, or that's not what I want to say. You don't want to expose yourself to any weakness at any point in time, oftentimes in this matchup. If you can get an expansion up and turtle up a little bit with towers and stuff, you can weather the storm against spellbreakers. But here, if you go to tier 2 and then rush tier 3, like your opponent is going to be aggressive, he's going to steal all of your creep camps, you're going to fall far behind. Maybe he's even going to expand, and maybe then his superior numbers will be superior to your better tech. I would certainly expect a breaker wars here, a breaker mirror, but of course I'm hopeful for the contrary. Early game is all about merc camps in the human mirror. Merc camps super far away on this map on Amazonia, despite the map being so small. So I wonder what the creep route is. Is it just these two for level 2 and then immediately for the merc camp with militia? That would be a lot of militia time expended. So that would be a late tech then.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here I could see the creep routes varying. And one player not going for the merc camp. Gloves for Chaemiko, for HawK the same.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And the mantle. Slippers for HawK, that's a little worse. But alright still. Could also be just like aggression right now. Force your opponent to be stuck on his side of the map. Make sure that your economy will not be suffering. Oh, but actually, it's Chaemiko here, starting the next camp. Alright. Same for HawK, never mind. No varying creep routes. HawK actually creeping 2 camps at the same time. That's pretty cool. That's level 3 then, right? Must be.
A player's forces are under attack.
Chaemiko is doing the same thing just a little bit later. Double arcanes for him. And he is faster with his creep. At least with the Archmage who can now continue moving. Alright, and that is level 3. Wand of Illusion. It's taken quite a while. But he does hit it as well. There we go. Oh, very nice footy scout. HawK can now decide, do I want to defend or be aggressive myself? And he decides to go for defense. No tech yet. Does he want to start teching now? Even with the prospect of losing quite a few militia here. Over in Chaemiko's base. No tech happening either. He doesn't quite have the lumber for it yet. Yeah, and HawK, he has to defend right now. Wasn't doing anything there for a little while. 1 peasant lost so far. 2 peasants. And make that almost 3. TP out. He was stuck there. He was surrounded against the farm. 3 peasants lost. But the tech's still faster. Oh, these peasants just weren't doing anything for Chaemiko. Oh, that's a big mistake. They were just standing there. Alright, here comes his tech. It's not too far behind. It's very, very close behind, actually. But still, could have had a lot more lumber at this point. And the creeping continues without any Shadow Priests, actually. This is pretty much the only map where we never see Shadow Priests. Or where we don't see Shadow Priests, I should say. I don't see Human Mirror here so much, so I don't know if this is normal or not. But even on AI, where the map is, the Mercam is also very far away, we pretty much see Shadow Priests all the time. But now, here the creep route does finally vary.
A player's forces are under attack.
Chaemiko gonna be aggressive once again. No TP anymore, but he does have the Tele Staff. And HawK, will he be forced to TP home to save his economy, or can he just walk and hold on to his TP? Still only one Arcane. Seems a little bit greedy. And Call to Arms being used. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of peasant kills. He has to TP. He killed the big creeps. He's not level 4 yet, though. He has to TP outside of the base, of course. Oh my god, this is so many peasant kills. Oh, level 4 for the Archmage. Shredder coming in for HawK. He knows he's gonna be very low lumber. He gets level 4 himself. But man, he killed so many peasants. Oh my god. There's only 5 peasants left. That's it. One more footy will find its way to the grave. Chaemiko easily has enough lumber and peasants. And that's the thing in Human Mirror. You don't protect your main for a while, suddenly you can lose so many peasants. Going for the creep camp. Was that a little too greedy? It kind of seems like it. Here's the Alchemist. Didn't see him on game number 1, but now we do. Oh, you really don't want to lose the Shredder. And I don't think he will. He has repair here as well, but that's very expensive. He has barely any peasants to begin with. And yeah, his sanctions are going to be late. He has money for the one right now. Over here. Oh! That's really cool. I love it. Chaemiko refraining from playing the Breaker War. He is going tier 3. Feels like he has dealt so much damage, I guess, that he's not gonna be under too much duress. Second hero for him. MK again. And he's gonna play some drop strategies. Try to be more annoying. And yeah, there's definitely no way HawK is gonna be able to tech. Not with drops happening. Of course, just flying across the map here is gonna take a while. He's gonna fall behind in experience. But he's gonna get the tech going. Can he cancel one of these sanctums? It's gonna be close. He should be able to. They're not being power built. They take forever. Again, these footy kills coming in so big. Peasant kills, excuse me. Alchemist almost level 3 though. And here comes the MK. Can he steal the big one? I don't think so. Oh my god. If he cancels both these sanctums, this would be catastrophic. But the one is definitely gonna finish. And the second one should too. Alchemist did get the item. Rune Brace was very nice against the MK. In the main, peasants in trouble again. Oh my god. Chaemiko is putting on so much pressure this game. He's definitely gonna get this Arcane Tower. Peasants still not mining. No mining at all here. I know, this Shredder is definitely gonna die. Nice block here by the footies, making sure the Shredder can't get out. And he falls. Zeppelin doesn't save all of these footies. One of them dies, certainly. Level 3 for the Alchemist. He can attack the Zeppelin, which is kind of nice. Acid Bomb level 2, by the way. Acid Bomb over Heal Spray. What? Oh my, he is losing so much stuff here. Oh, Jesus. And now he just loads up. And he can be more annoying. And tier 3 is done. Priests are gonna have Master soon. And Triple Hero Paladin, of course. And Fragmentation Shards. More to team Fragmentation Shards. And Knights, of course. Tier 3 human does hard counter Tier 2 human. But you have to have the space to get there. You must be able to not crumble before. Which Chaemiko has done very well this game. HawK has to stand here. Has to protect his economy. And Chaemiko is buying so much time. Archmage is solo creeping somewhere else on the map, which is kind of cool. Getting closer to 5. There it is. Fragmentation shards.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alchemist has a pretty nice inventory, but he doesn't have chemical rage, so it's not like he's gonna be a right clicker. And he is going tier 3 himself. Wow. Zeppelin is still cruising about here, but doesn't even have anything inside it, just trying to be a nuisance, trying to be annoying, trying to be distracting. And in the meantime, MK and Paladin start leveling. Archmage almost level 5. Wow, it's a double tier 3 game on AZ. I've never seen that before. Alright, Griffin Aviary, here we go again. New Shredder. Oh, baby. So expensive. Ooh. 700 gold. Just for the Shredders. We could compare the gold mines here, how much he actually is behind now. Around 800. Significant, certainly. Archmage, this is dangerous. He could get Stormbolt killed here. But he's coming in with his main army from the top right. Acid Bomb to start things off. The Knights, though, are very strong. They do have animal war training already, and here is the first mortar team. Double aviary again. So, Griffins seem to be the answer against everything that Chaemiko has at the moment. Knights, footies, and mortar teams. So what's the response from the Korean? What's he making? 57 supply, but no anti-air, aside from the water elementals, if you want to count those. MK not quite quick enough, close enough to reach for the Stormbolt. He could go for one now. Alright. HawK has to hold on here. If he has the time for the Griffins, should be looking pretty good, I guess. But right now he's under a lot of pressure. 41 supply against... Only 41, I mean, against 60. Oh my god. And the fragmentation shards are doing a lot of damage. And he has Hoyard, of course, to heal him up. One after the next. Acid Bomb doing decent damage here, but at the moment HawK only has footmen. They're being healed up here by the heal spray a little, but the damage is just overwhelming. Way too much damage. Mortar teams are safe in the back. They won't get touched. Griffins are coming out though. Tier 3 just finished. Griffins are on their way. No Paladin. He doesn't have the money for it. Oh my god. The priests have to keep dancing, otherwise they die way too quick. One of them splattered to pieces. But the first Griffin is here. Alright. He's gonna get the first Knight. The second Griffin finishes from the second aviary. Very important. I think he actually saved the Knight, but the Alchemist in trouble has to go for the invul here soon. And does do so. But now the mortar teams, they die like flies to this. Oh, the one Griffin though, very, very low. Gets saved just barely. Mortar teams are dead. Archmage in trouble. He's surrounded! Against his own shop. Oh no. He can't get out. Healing potion, but what about the Alchemist? He's in trouble. The Rune Bracer is not good enough. Second hero dead. Archmage the only one left. But the Knights are falling. He's being healed, kind of, but he's also losing the Griffins. There's one more Stormbolt. A lot more, actually, excuse me. And the Archmage seems to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Doesn't get out of this one. And the last hero for HawK will fall. Heal potion, not quite in time. Double level up. And that must be it. 23 supply. No more chance in this game. GG. And the equalizer from Chaemiko. Pretty cool game. Of course, after that initial harassment, like killing all those peasants, could have probably also just won with a breaker push. But I appreciate that he went tier 3, making it a little more flashy. The Griffins there almost seem to be able to change the tide, turn the tide. But before that, there was just way too much lost. So our next map will be Last Refuge. We also have Turtle Rock and Echo Isles still in a rotation. It's pretty late already. 9:30. We're pretty lucky here today. 2 games played, no breaker wars yet. Maybe I'm painting the devil on the wall here a little with what I'm saying. Could still be quite a few breakers to come, of course. Last Refuge, certainly a map where we see quite a few breaker wars, but also a map where we see expansions every now and again. Both players have shown that they will play expansions if the map and situation allows, as we saw on Terra Stand in that crazy awesome game. And we hop right in. Map number 3. HawK and Chaemiko, we're all even. One could say that it turns into a best of 3 now. 3 maps remaining. This one, Turtle Rock, and what was the other one? Echo Isles, right? Yeah, Echo Isles. So I mentioned this earlier. This is one of the maps where the creep routes can vary, where I guess there is some debate to be had for what's ideal. Normally it is Merc Camp immediately, but I've seen Green Camp into Merc Camp before. But I really prefer the Merc Camp immediately. Because you want to get the first Shadow Priest and get the second Shadow Priest's cooldown going right away. Because if you can fight in the middle of the map with 2 Shadow Priests versus 1, that is a big advantage, obviously. Shadow Priests, like, haven't at all become too relevant so far, which is so unusual. Normally, they're like the king of the early game and the beginning of the mid game, I guess. If you can keep like all your Shadow Priests alive and then can hit, let's say, a 45 supply attack with all 3 of those still alive and with mana, that's so good. Is Chaemiko gonna go for an expo? I feel like if someone goes for an early expo, it's Chaemiko. It seems to me like he just doesn't want to play Breaker Wars. On AZ, our last map, it looked like if he just goes for breakers and pressures, that should be a fairly straightforward victory for him, but he decided not to. Decided to go tier 3 with the space that he had. Here we go. 6 peasants. That's definitely gonna be a Merc Camp then. Don't need those many for anything else. And 6 peasants for HawK as well. So, mirrored creep routes to start things off with. The item here can be pretty unfair in one favor. So we mask, roll the Magi, those are the dream. Whereas Wound Bracers, for example, could be really bad. Later on, should there be a MK, it can be good, but for a long time will be useless. So, RNG is a big factor here. Boots of Qualifier, those are really bad. And here's Scourge Boatshimes. 4 footies, and Militia really good in the Breaker Wars, of course, horrible. Useless. And here's the Shadow Priest. For both, of course. Berserker will take a little bit longer to become available. HawK slightly faster with his creep camp, but also took more damage here, which is not ideal on one of his footies. Alright, and here we go. Now the creep routes start to vary.
A player's forces are under attack.
Claws +6. Very nice for the Archmage. Lumber-wise, between the two, it's very even. No big difference, really. Usually they go for Berserkers before the tech, delaying their attack even further. And... yeah, he will do that, right? More peasants, Berserkers.
A player's forces
Yep, this is a straight up standard human mirror so far. Is he really going for the red camp? No. That would be way too much damage. Level 3. 1 level advantage here for the Russian. Oh! Militia creeping. Taking out the trappers. Is that level 3? Ooh! That's a really cool creep route from Chaemiko. Going for this green camp, positioning himself closer to the opponent base, running south then, and the militia take out the trappers. That's so cool. Take notes, guys. New creep route for your human mirror on Last Refuge. And once again, HawK forced to defend. How many peasants is he gonna lose this time? So far I heard 1 death's cry. There's a second. Only 2 peasants so far have died, but quite a few more are bruised. No tech yet over here. Here the tech has already started, and it is with a pretty decisive advantage. I like how he only uses 1 abolished, realizing that he can just kill it off quickly enough. After the 1 dispel, experience-wise, pretty even between the two. HawK is going to take a slight lead here. He already has defend. Oh! Is that why his tech was later? I don't know if Chaemiko has it. I don't think he does. He has so much lumber though. Shop in the back. I really like that. Gets sniped too easily if an attack should come. And Chaemiko being annoying here. Making this difficult. Can he get the last hit? Really hard to do against inner fire. But he's making this, yeah, he's making this difficult for HawK. And 2 footies into the main. Oh, that's so nice. Already killed, this 1 footy already killed 2 peasants. He's gonna kill a 3rd one most likely. Has to multitask. HawK did get the last hit though, almost level 4 now with this. Mana Stone also super nice. And another peasant has died. I think this was 4 peasant kills. Yeah, 4 peasant kills and 1 footy kill. Of course, Chaemiko was the one to lose the footy, but definitely worth it. He's going up against level 4 Archmage now though. With the Mana Stone. That could be a scary timing that he has to face. Still has the 1 Shadow Priest, but that one's out of mana. If HawK goes for a Panda and plays it aggressively into his opponent's base, I think that has a lot of potential. Or an Alchemist. What's the item here? Invul. Don't know if that's gonna do too much. Oh, wow. Is Chaemiko really creeping this? Oh, he gets revealed though at the most inopportune time. Expanding is what I meant, but no, that's no way. Has to go for the Sanctums first. Militia just to speed up this creeping process. Alright. Second hero time. Tier 2 not quite done yet. Once again he's low on lumber. Only 3 peasants on lumber. These peasant kills for Chaemiko, so effective. 135 is how much he needs. Alright, he has it now. Alchemist. Oh, and he reads it wrong. He thinks there's an expo up there, but there really isn't. Zeppelin for Chaemiko. Oh my god, if he gets the shredder. If he gets this Shredder, yeah, he has to TP to protect the Shredder. There's no way he can lose this one. Alright, I like that. Acid Bomb again. No heal spray. Huh. Heal spray, of course, will be there on level 2. But every other human so far I saw prioritizing heal spray, but for HawK it may be Acid Bomb. We're gonna have to see what it's later on level 3 for him. Tier 3 again! Alright, I guess that's just the way that Chaemiko plays. And I thank him for it. This time though, he is not at that much of a lead as he was on map number 2 on Amazonia. Here's a drop. He's gonna kill 1 or 2 more peasants here. Oh, he's gonna cancel this. But Zeppelin should be able to survive. Oh, he can reveal above the trees, don't forget. He's doing it! Oh my god, crash and burn! Whew, that was close. That farm almost won him the game. Okay, but one stack item's been cancelled. But this time he's following up with his own tier 3 much sooner. So what's the difference here? Half attack, still a big timing advantage certainly. But the Griffins should be out sooner, I think. But moving into super late game, tier 3. Already MK I feel is better than the Panda. But the Alchemist I feel is really gonna fall off. Like when we have knight front lines of knights. They're pretty fast, they're pretty agile, they're gonna move all over the place. So I don't think heal spray is gonna do too good. And acid bomb? I don't know, how good is acid bomb? It's gonna be like AoE Orb of Corruption plus tick damage. Is that better than Stormbolt? Honestly, I don't really know. He's 2.5 already though. Archmage in the main. Still expecting a Zeppelin harass maybe? Uh oh, he's in trouble now. He's gonna get bolted, but he does have the invul. Only level 1 Stormbolt at the moment, of course. Not the most amount of damage. But he finds a pickup with this. Very nice. Gets the priest. Only has to expend the Shadow Priest for it. A couple of footies are gonna die as well. I like the scout over here, making sure there's no expo, no sneaky attempt coming up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Trying force around here doesn't quite work. More experience though, and this Alchemist is really running away in experience compared to the MK. The big advantage, of course, of the Tavern Hero, 2nd and 3rd, that he comes out immediately. I think that's pretty imbalanced, right? There should be a longer cooldown on Tavern Heroes, on tier 2, tier 3. But I guess there would be more important changes to be made first. So we have the Paladin now, right? Yeah, there we go. Archmage almost level 5. Basically level 5. So is it Griffins again? Yes, double Griffin Aviary once again. Here comes the Paladin. And this is level 5. Water Torrents available. Heal Spray, Acid Bomb. Alchemist out of mana now. And already we have mortar teams here. Does he really fight against the mortar teams when he doesn't have the answer of Griffins yet? Alchemist surrounded. Can he transfer the invul? He's trying to. Oh, he can't though. He can't! He can't! Just barely! It was on the ground! Did you see it? It was on the ground, he picked it up. Risky play, but it makes it work. Invul, TP transfer as well, but that was a big invul. It's gonna last a while. That's his level 3. And in this situation, I would imagine that it's gonna be heal spray level 2 now. He has the mana for it in just a second. So much regen thanks to the Archmage. Or is it the Acid Bomb after all? Acid Bomb on mortar teams along with Griffins, of course. They're gonna die super fast. Here's the Paladin as well for HawK. I think it's looking good for HawK, right? 54 supply already for him, 46 only for Chaemiko. And once again, he's getting hard countered by Knights. By Griffins, excuse me. Griffins. And this time around, he doesn't have, like, the super economy to go into mass gyros. Oh, acid bomb, level 2. You could see it there for a split second. There it is. So he doesn't go heal spray level 2, he goes acid bomb level 2. Legion Doomhorn, really nice for him. Movement speed always appreciated. He's a little heavy on the footies here. Wouldn't mind some of them dying to creeps. But I guess, you know, having some front line, even if it's footies, isn't too bad. And Griffin's up in the air for the damage. And here he sees it. Sees the first Griffin, and this mortar team, unless there's a staff, should be dead. No catch, though, in this human army. No Stormbolt, no slow. Just damage and sustain. But Chaemiko, no... What's this mortar team doing here? Uh-oh. That's not your base, buddy. Free pickoff. Yeah, and now I have to ask, what is the answer to the Griffins? He wasn't able to kill basically all of HawK's stuff before the Griffins were out, like he was on AZ. And now he seems to be hard counter. Alright, gyros is the answer again, but they're coming out one at a time. It's taken forever. Call to arms! But that's also heavy armor. Also something that the Griffins are gonna chew through. Uh-oh, in the front line, Alchemist in trouble. He has the Mana Stone now. Will be able to pop out a lot more spells here once he uses that little consumable. Paladin level 2 with a Divine Shield here is doing a good job blocking the wake. Acid Bomb again. This is lots of damage coming in. Against the Militia, against the Knights, against everything. Mana Stone probably gonna get used soon here. All the Militia are trying to help in this battle, but they're losing the battle, it seems. Water Elementals being dispelled on both sides, but the Griffins up in the air. You just can't deal with them. It's only 2, but they're the kings of this battle. He's trying to force a TP out here, perhaps, onto the Paladin. But it was only level 1 Stormbolt that it wasn't too much damage. Heal Spray is healing himself, and Divine Shield again? Didn't he just have that? I guess it has it again. And the MK falls. That's level 4 for the Alchemist. He has the better heal spray now. So much healing on his side. And it is GG. And Chaemiko takes... HawK, excuse me. Takes map number 3. And takes the lead with this. And match point. To qualify for our Rust Brain qualifier. To qualify for our Rust Brain Cup 6. In this Rust Brain qualifier. Something, by the way, that wasn't mentioned yet is how the format is going to look for Rust Brain Cup 6. And it's pretty straightforward. It's going to be an 8-player grid, single elimination. When exactly? We don't know yet, or do we know? Thank you very much, GR Bindomitus, with a 22-month resub. Greatly appreciate your continued support. Yeah, I don't think the date has been announced yet. So when the Rust Brain Cup number 6 is taking place, we don't exactly know yet, but it's definitely going to be after GCS. Alright, no rest for the wicked, my dear friends. We are moving into game number 4 right now. Ooh, check out this base. I was starting to think, like, is Chaemiko's play becoming a little too predictable? 3 games in a row, it was Zeppelin drop into tier 3. Map number 1, it started with an expansion, so a little bit more passively, but the next 2, AZ and LR, he stayed on one base, went for Zeppelin drops, tried to get the big advantage with economy kills on the peasants, and get fast tier 3, and then, I guess, win with Knights, triple hero and stuff. But when HawK gets to his own tier 3 with Griffins, that proves to be too powerful, if he gets there in time. So now, Chaemiko, totally outside the box, going for a neutral hero build. I don't think I've ever seen this. I have seen MK first maybe twice in my life in Human Mirror. But never ever neutral hero. What is this? What will be coming out of the tavern? With a Bit of beer on his or her breath, perhaps. What can you play? I mean, it has to be something fast. Otherwise, the Archmage can just run it down too easily. Probably? Or is he maybe gonna go Tinker, harass with Pocket Factory, creep the gold mine with Militia only? I don't know, dude. Chaemiko plays some crazy shit. Chaemiko tower rushed Enter earlier today with a Firelord first. Gotta be Naga? Naga, Tinker, Alchemist? I don't know. I think Naga is too susceptible to footies. It's Panda! Oh, dude! And he's gonna go harass. Oh, this could be so much damage from the Panda. The footy scouted this. But he does have the Shadow Priest, that's really good. And he's gonna get the 2 big kills. Footy wasn't able to steal it. Ring of Protection. Very unthankful. Alright. Panda, level 1 harass. Here we go. 1 peasant died so far. Archmage is still gonna get level 2 though. Of course, this has to be a fast tech then, right? He has the money for a tech now. Alright, this is the 2nd peasant kill. Breath of Fire. Oh, wait. Alright, I'm gonna count the corpses here in a moment. So this is at least 4 peasant kills. I think it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Maybe it's 5. It's 4 or 5. That's a lot of peasant kills again. Chaemiko consistently going for those peasants. And is he... He's not taking... He's gonna expand. He's gonna expand with only Militia. This is gonna be so many Militia. But if HawK sniffs this out, he can just be aggressive across the map, defend at home with only Militia. He can do that. He has an Arcane. The Panda can't get in. HawK wants to stay aggressive now. Is he gonna do that, or is he gonna try to creep instead? He's gonna go for the Merc Cap? Really? Alright. But HawK's gonna see this. Ooh, baby. He needs to get the Shadow Priest, and he has the resource for it. If HawK can steal the Shadow Priest, but no. He couldn't. Wasn't quick enough. So here we go. First Water Elemental, dead immediately. Berserker also goes to Chaemiko. Level 2 for his Panda. He has the boot. Sold the TP, by the way. Last hit. Oh, he stole it! I think. Yeah, Archmage stole the last hit. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure though, sorry. Anyways, he's almost level 3 with this. He needs 2 more peasant kills. Or a peasant and a footy. And there's no more mana for Abolish on this Shadow Priest. Can he get the peasants? They're both hurt. It's gonna come at a price. Okay, he wakes up the creeps here. Is he teching HawK on the other side of the map? Yes, he is. Started teching. Chaemiko has... He has to expand, right? Doesn't he? Archmage man, he wants these 2 peasants. Well, not so bad, I guess. Yeah, no tech happening here. Still only level 2. Still gonna take a while. He can simultaneously creep now, though. That's definitely gonna be level 3, of course. And then Water Elementals are gonna be so strong.
Players' forces are under attack.
And of course he sees there's no tech, so this must be an expansion play. Over here we have more Shadow Priests. He needs them badly against the Archmage. And there we go. That's his level 3. And he almost has the mana for 2 Water Elementals, in fact. But he's just letting this happen. Archmage needs to go down there. He even sees this with a footy. Ooh, that was a bit of a slip up there. Not quick enough to respawn down south. Alright. But still has a good opportunity to do a lot of damage here. Archmage. 1 Water Elemental is ready, but the Shadow Priest... Oh, the mana's already gone for the Shadow Priest. Can't abolish. These peasants could be in a lot of trouble, but lots of footies here for Chaemiko. But still, there's gonna be a late expo. There's gonna be a very late expo. Tier 2 for him, almost done. If he goes for his own Panda here, this could be even more damage. But all of his army is stuck here, and Blood Mage it is instead. Oh, of course, really nice against the Panda with the Drain. Peasants almost all gone. He needs to reinforce with new ones from the main. It's gonna be a very late expansion. Tower first. Experience-wise, dead even between the two. Alchemist again. He cancels the Blood Mage for an Alchemist. Makes sense, of course, as well. Having healing against the Panda AoE. Healing AoE.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, here we go. Panda has one breath. That's it. Only one breath. And super low HP. Is this HawK in Rust Brain Cup 6? Is this his map to win? One more heal spray. He uses it all. All of his mana. Everything's healthy again. The towers definitely will not come up. And now? What now? There's no expo coming for Chaemiko. There's no tech. There's gonna be casters here very soon. There's gonna be breakers for HawK against the Panda first. It's looking desperate. It's looking beyond desperate for Chaemiko. What can you do? He's going for mass mercs. He needs to get his expo, but I think now it may very well be too late for an expansion. GG. That's it. That is game. HawK wins here. With 3-1, Chaemiko put up a good fight. Chaemiko showed us some interesting games. Some, yeah, lots of tier 3, lots of knights. Entertaining human mirror. I was expecting worse. A lot worse. I was expecting a lot of breaker wars. But no, Chaemiko had his own game style. But once HawK had figured that out, it seemed like he had good answers. And then the Panda first expansion play seemed pretty desperate there towards the end. Alright, and that means we have our winner for today. We have our qualified player for Rust Brain Cup